Hello, I'm Linh Tran from Vietnam, and I probably don't look my age, but I'm actually turning 31 this year. And I first came to Finland in 2011 for my bachelor's degree, and I have been here long enough to call it my second home.
How did you get the information about Zontas, and how did you personally get interested in applying this scholarship?
I think it was in the beginning of last year that I suddenly received an email from one of my professors, Miss Kirsi Ereranta, and she was telling me about the scholarship, and she said that she would be happy to write a recommendation letter for me if I decide to apply. So I went to check their website, and then my impression was that that was such a meaningful scholarship, but it seemed like not so many people were aware of it, which was quite a pity. So anyway, I decided to give it a try. And I must say that I'm really grateful for my professor, because I wouldn't have known about this opportunity without her. So I had my bachelor's in international business in Lahti University of Applied Sciences. And then after graduation, I've been working in Finland for a couple of years, and I tried to explore different fields. And then it was only until my latest job in HR that I realized that this is where I definitely really want to pursue for my long-term career. So I'm currently doing my master's degree in HR management in Aalto University, and also a double degree in SAME's master's in international management. During the last few months, I have been in the United States to complete my SAME's exchange semester in Cornell University in Ithaca, in the United States. Yeah.
What about the application form? Was it difficult to fill up?
I wouldn't say that it was difficult, but there was definitely quite a lot that I had to prepare in advance. But since I had about 2 or 3 months to prepare all of the required documents, so it was not too bad. So I think as long as you start early and plan ahead, it should be okay.
Okay.
I would say that the most important parts are probably the recommendation letters and also your motivation letter, because I think those letters were the only way that people get to know about you, about your dreams, your journey, and who you are. So I would really recommend that you start early and really spend enough time on thinking about how you would like to tell your story. I think that's the most important part. So I needed 2 letters of recommendations, one from my professor and the other one from a colleague of mine. So as my professor already said from the beginning that she would be willing to write the letter for me, I didn't have to worry too much about that. But then for the other letter, I decided to contact an ex-colleague of mine who used to work directly with me in the same team. So I would recommend getting someone who knows your capabilities and your potentials really well, and both your strengths and your weaknesses, because then they would be able to provide the most objective recommendation. And also, I recommend that you start early and be prepared to have a plan B in case your plan A doesn't work out so well. So I remember that it was Ms. Tertu Isohani who was my direct contact person for the application from the club. And she, from the beginning, she gave me like really thorough instructions for how to fill in the application, things that I had to pay attention to. And also she read through my application before the final submission, just to make sure that I did everything correctly, which I appreciate so much. And yes, I did get a scholarship from the club level before my application was sent to the next round. So in total, I received 1,000 euros from the club level, and then 2,000 US dollars for the regional level, and finally 8,000 US dollars for the international level.
Very great, Ling. How did this scholarship affect to your future, or has it affected?
Yeah, so I have decided to spend all of the scholarship for my current exchange semester in the States. And as you can imagine, this scholarship is definitely a great financial support for me, because this exchange semester is a compulsory requirement for my double degree in sense. And of course, it's a great opportunity that I get a chance to go study in an Ivy League school in the States. But on the other hand, it was also a great financial challenge for me. So the scholarship helped a lot in that sense. But apart from that, getting this scholarship was also a huge mental support for me, because as I mentioned in my application, I came from a background where people used to tell me that I was not good enough, and that I mean, I didn't get a lot of approval, and I used to have a lot of doubts about myself. So also my career path as an international student in Finland has been quite challenging, and I've been constantly and consistently pushing my boundaries, trying to find my own way. And I think this scholarship is like a confirmation to me that I've been on the right path, and it encourages me to keep moving forward. And well, I think sometimes all you need is just a little bit of encouragement like that.
That's great to hear, Ling.
Thank you. Well, I think I would just want to thank you so much for giving me this chance to be here and share my experience. And for all the future candidates, I would say that I wish you all the best of luck, and don't ever think that this scholarship is meant for only exceptional, outstanding, or extraordinary people, because that's not true. I used to have those thoughts as well, and that has held me back quite a lot from many opportunities. But then I've decided to push myself to always kind of go for it whenever I see any opportunity coming my way, and that has led me to where I am today. So I'm definitely not the most outstanding person out there, but I have made it. So I'm sure that you can do it as well.
Thank you, Ling. I thank you very, very much. You have made us, Zontas, very happy as well. Good luck in the future.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.